The care home stood at the edge of the town, quiet and colorless, like a place forgotten by time. Daniel ran through its doors breathless, his heart pounding harder than it ever had. At the reception desk, a nurse looked up gently. "You're Daniel?" she asked. He nodded, unable to speak. "She's been waiting for you," the nurse said softly. Emily lay by the window, wrapped in thin white sheets. Her hair was shorter now, her face pale, but when her eyes opened and saw him, she smiled the same old smile that had once stopped his world. "Danny," she whispered. He dropped to his knees beside her bed. "I came as fast as I could," he said, his voice breaking. "Why didn't you tell me? Where did you go?" She lifted a trembling hand and touched his cheek like she was afraid he was a dream. "I didn't want you to see me like this," she said weakly. Daniel's chest tightened. "Like what?" "Dying." The word crushed him. Emily took a shaky breath. "Cancer. It started the year after I left. I tried treatment quietly. When it failed, I disappeared. I didn't want your last memory of me to be this." Tears slid down Daniel's face as he took her hand. "I would have stayed," he said. "No matter what." She smiled faintly. "I know. That's why I had to go." A nurse returned and placed a small paper in Daniel's other hand. "She carried this everywhere," the nurse said. "Said you'd understand when the time came." Daniel unfolded it slowly. It was a bank receipt. Emily had secretly sold every piece of jewelry she owned after the divorce, every ring, every necklace, every bracelet, and sent the money anonymously to the hospital. For his mother's treatment. Signed only with, "From someone who loves you more than life." Daniel collapsed over Emily's hand, crying like a child. "My mother, she lived because of you," he whispered. Emily's eyes filled with quiet peace. "Then my life was enough." That night, Daniel stayed beside her bed. He told her everything. About how his mother recovered. About how he never loved anyone after her. About how he still walked past the big house. About how some people never moved on, they only learned how to survive. Emily listened like every word was oxygen. At dawn, her breathing grew shallow. Daniel held her tighter. "I'm here," he whispered. "I'm not leaving again." She smiled weakly. "I know, that's why I can go now." Her fingers tightened once around his. Then loosened. And that was it. Love didn't leave loudly. It left in a breath that never returned. Emily was buried simply. No wealthy parents came. No old friends. No society pages. Only Daniel stood at her grave under gray skies. He placed a single white rose on the soil. "I waited too long to live with you," he said quietly. "Now I'll spend forever remembering you." Years later, the bakery was renamed Emily's Corner. Inside, beside the register, hung a small framed photo of a girl in a cream dress kneeling on wet pavement beside a sick woman. Customers often asked, "Who was she?" Daniel always answered the same. "The only home I ever had." And somewhere in the quiet between heartache and memory, love finally rested. Not in arms. Not in marriage. But in sacrifice. In silence. In forever. The end.